It's Thursday the 1st of October 2020 and I'm at Bexley to do a walk along the London Loop. I've now joined London Loop, which goes along 10-Yard Lane down here. 10-Yard Lane goes beneath the railway line of Bexley Station. Decent view over to the left there. And we're continuing parallel to the railway at the moment. Interesting path going up a rise there. At the top of the rise in the last clip, we come to these great views. There's the path. Apparently this area is known as the Old Bexley Conservation Area. It has an almost remote feeling about it. Later the path descends. We're now near the pylons after the descent, and there is the path of London Loop continuing. After a short road walk, London Loop takes this tarmac path and we're heading down to the River Cray. Now crossing the River Cray on a footbridge, a really lovely section of the river. We're now going to follow the river for a while. Now on a path beside the River Cray, and there's a view of the river over to the right. Confirmation, we're on London Loop. Still beside the River Cray. This would be a really lovely walk, apart from the tree cutting racket. The gently flowing River Cray. Now at the 5-arch bridge across the River Cray, with a weir, as you can see. Beautiful spot. After the 5-arch bridge, we continue along beside the River Cray. I think it's called Footscray Meadows. Really beautiful and peaceful. Great view of the Cray. Another bridge across the Cray, this one with only one arch, and we're about to cross the river on this bridge. After crossing the bridge, we come to this fork and take the left-hand path. The path continues with a fence on the left. Here's an information board about All Saints Church, Footscray, which hopefully we'll see in a minute. We come out to a road with this major London Loop sign. As you can see, we've come 2.5 miles from Bexley. A few yards diversion to get a view of All Saints Church, Footscray. We passed the Footscray War Memorial. I'm now walking along the road to the centre of Footscray. Now in Footscray amongst the roads. We're now escaping the roads along this tarmac path. We head next down this path. After going through a kissing gate, you can just see in the foreground. Later the path goes between allotments and garages. We're now about to enter Scadbury Park. Now in the very pleasant parkland of Scadbury Park. Another London Loop sign. Petswood is where we're heading, and I think it's more than 2¼ miles. We're now passing Scadbury Place, and that's where the signpost in the last clip was. I've only come about 2 yards to take this clip from there. And there's another view of Scadbury Place further down the path. Now at the main road at Queen Mary's Hospital, and I'm walking along this pavement here. I'm now negotiating a maze of roads through subways and on bridges. Here's the final subway. We escape the roads, turning right down this footpath. We're now in Scadbury Park and the path is descending. Some distance on and we're still descending. Further on and we're passing lots of giant redwood trees. Continuing through Scadbury Park's magnificent woodland. Pity about the traffic noise. The path is now tree lined between fields. At this point where there's this wooden fencing, we turn left along this path. And there is a London Loop waymark to confirm. We come to another junction. And turn right down there. We're now heading through Petswood, which is still part of Scadbury Park. Continuing through the magnificent woodland of Petswood. Nice view looking ahead. A fork in the path, we take this left-hand track. We now need to get across this main road. Across the main road and onto this track on St Paul's Cray Common. Another fork, we go left. Down here. More beautiful woodland. If you like woods, this is a good walk. The path strides through this beautiful woodland, again sport by traffic noise from the road we just crossed. We're now entering Petts Wood, and that's the path ahead. This is the name of this ancient woodland, and it's also the name of a suburb, and it's the name of the railway station where I'll be coming home from. Continuing through this lovely woodland of Petts Wood. I've just met another wide track and turned right onto it, or really bare right, it was hardly anything. We're heading down towards the railway line, I think, now. We come to this railway line, but we don't go beneath it along that subway. Instead we turn right down there. In a bit of a change from the woods, there's a good view over to the right of this path. We've now descended quite steeply from the woodland. Now on a footbridge crossing the Kidbrooke, which gives its name to the southeastern area of London known as Kidbrooke. Now on a footbridge crossing the railway line that we saw earlier. Crossing another railway line. Here's the path continuing, and I think we're going to cross even more railway lines. And here's the third and last crossing of railway lines. Now at this gate, which leads into Jubilee Country Park, but this is where I'm leaving London Loop today, and I'm going to head down here to head to Petswood Station. Now at Petswood Station, and the end of today's walk along London Loop.
06 Thameslink service to Luton via London Blackfriars. You must wear a face covering when travelling on public transport.